What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. Hope that you guys are enjoying your weekend. So I have a quick update in regards to Huda from Love Island and the situation where she's received, rightfully so, in my opinion, backlash for laughing at the racist remark that was made on that phone call with her boyfriend, Lewis Russell, sitting there beside her. Well, listen, people have freedom of choice, but they do not have freedom of consequence. And as a consequence of her poor choices, she's been dropped from Huda Beauty. Let's go ahead and get into it. So, popular beauty brand Huda Beauty pulled their partnership with Love Island Season 7 contestant Huda Mustafa after a recent racism scandal. In an Instagram post shared on October 31st, the cosmetics company addressed the actions of one of their recent collaborators who displayed behavior that does not align with our values. Mufasa made headlines this week after a clip from a recent live stream with her partner Lewis Russell from Netflix's Too Hot to Handle and Perfect Match went viral on social media when a fan used a racial slur toward Huda's Love Island co-star and model Olandria Carthen. So, if you guys see, I took the screenshots from Huda Beauty, and this is what it says. So, they say, at Huda Beauty, kindness and humility are at the heart of everything we do. Unfortunately, one of our recent collaborators has displayed behavior that does not align with our values. We are truly disappointed by Huda Mustafa's recent live, and we take all forms. Mustafa, sorry, I'm thinking of the Lion King. Huda Mustafa's recent live, and we take all forms of racism very seriously. While we do not believe her actions reflect her character, we found them deeply upsetting. We know that many members of our community and team were hurt and offended by these actions. While we valued the partnership we had with her recent behavior and the way the situation has been handled does not reflect our brand's principles. As a result, we have decided to end our partnership and remove any related content from our social platforms and in-store displays. Accountability is incredibly important in moments like this, and we hope that meaningful change can come from it. And that's how you do it. Good for Huda Beauty, right? Standing on business, okay? Like Justin Bieber said, it's not clocking to Huda that they are standing on business. There's nothing funny about the hard R. There's nothing funny about racism, period. And all of the microaggressions that Huda displayed on Love Island between her co-stars, all the clips that have been coming up and down my my timeline and my news feed, when the season was airing, and again, even after it's not on air anymore, she's just problematic. She's problematic. And it reminds me of that old Jamaican adage which says, those who don't hear must feel. I feel like, maybe, just maybe, because in my opinion, what she did, it did reflect her character. That was her character on display, but I understand they have a legal department and they're trying to, CYA. But maybe she'll learn from this. Perhaps she will grow from this because she has a child. She's a mother. And there's too many times and instances where, people will pass on that hatred to future generations because racism is not innate. It's not inherent to people. It's a learned behavior. Now, the good thing is it can be unlearned and unpacked, right? Decolonization of the mind takes a lot of work, but it can be done. But not if you pass it on, to your child. So that's what I'm saying. Hopefully, she will learn from this. So let's continue with the article. It says during a recent live stream on Russell's Instagram, Mustafa and Russell answered a phone call from an unknown caller who used a racial slur directed at Olandria Carthen. Video shared online by TMZ shows the pair seemingly taken aback, laughing before ending the call, with the video showing Russell saying, "Whoa, hey, hey." As a result, Huda Beauty stated that we have decided to end our partnership, which, and absolutely they should. In an Instagram story on Wednesday, October 29th, Olandria Carthen, called the language unacceptable, adding that she does not condone racism of any kind, not in anger, not as a joke, not ever. And she's absolutely right. And like I said, she is just the epitome of class. I'm so proud of her, how she's handling herself, because people have really been targeting her ever since, she left that show successfully. She left it with a man that adores her, Nick. She has brand deals, she's a model. And so people are literally like foaming at the mouth with jealousy. It reminds me of Meghan Markle. You know what I mean? I hope that, Olandria has more of a support system than Megan did. I feel like she only had Harry and her mom. Um, but, Olandria, she is somebody who is, she's surrounded by love. She's surrounded by a supporting family. And I'm glad that she put out the statement that she did. The racism is not something to be condoned, it's unacceptable. Not now, not ever. We should never accept it. So Carthen has previously publicly expressed her disappointment with Huda during the season 7 reunion, which aired on August 25th. Orlandria criticized Huda for failing to address the racism her fans displayed toward her and another castmate, Shelley, after they left the villa in Fiji. After initially downplaying the outrage over her reaction, Huda posted a statement on Wednesday publicly apologizing to Orlandria. She said that she took the majority of the day to reflect and collect her thoughts. And listen, like I said, I'm glad that she did that, to ensure that her statement did not come off as disingenuous. She admitted that her brief statement, shared late Tuesday, October 29th, failed to fully take accountability for her actions. Rolandria, she says, it is now clear that this comment was targeted at you. I apologize for my immediate reaction. My reaction in that moment came from being caught off guard, not from finding the word or the situation funny. It was a nervous, uncomfortable reaction that I recognized was inappropriate, she wrote. I want to be clear that I do not condone or tolerate anyone who uses such language, and I strongly encourage the individual responsible to reflect deeply on their words and the harm they've caused. She added that she would make a personal donation to the NAACP and encourage others to do the same. Again, like I said, I hope that she learns from this situation, because it's just it's getting to the point where, at what I mean, it's keeping us stagnant and stuck, as a country. And it's embarrassing at this point. You know what I mean? Like, if you are somebody who is over the age of really like 7, um, and the reason why I say 7 is because that's the end of your formative years. So if you're just parroting with with unfortunately what your parents taught you, then that's understandable. But there should come a point where you recognize that, you know, racism, hatred of people because of their skin color or because of, you know, their personal choice, right? Whether it's religion or whatever the case may be, who they choose to marry, um, it's unacceptable. It's lame. It's lazy, right? And these are all adults. So I'm glad the Huda Beauty did what they did, that they distanced themselves from Huda, because this is 2025 and they saw a target. Okay. And there's another mass boycott that's at the end of this month as well that I will be taking part of, participating in, because people, I feel like they don't learn unless their pockets are hit. I don't feel like Huda would have put out this statement or apology if Huda Beauty had not separated themselves from her. And that's just my own opinion. But she's made way too many microaggressions. She's made too many remarks toward her co-star or her castmates, in the villa, that suggest otherwise. The way she was talking to the black men, even, that she was supposedly romantically interested in, it was like a power play. And I feel like she doesn't necessarily see her black co-stars um, as full human beings, and it's sad because I feel like that's what racism really does. It dehumanizes people, not only those who are the targets, but also those who the racists, the biggest themselves. There's a part of your soul I feel that is corrupted once you are racist. But here's what she says in the middle. She put this statement. She says, y'all, first of all, clickbait using a sensitive topic is actually insane, which is ableist in and of itself, but that's another subject for another day. Me and Lewis did not hear what was said in that caller in that no caller ID call on live. Only the racial slur, which we hung up immediately. I don't condone anything of the sort. Whoever called purposely, continuously called while we were alive. I don't really condone racism, which is why it was immediately hung up. Once again, we did not hear it very well considering it sounded like a child. Only that last slur. I wanted to address this before it blows out of proportion. She wanted to address it before she got dropped by her brand deals, in my opinion, right? But we all saw what we saw. Okay, there's enough AI going around, and there's enough people gaslighting that will try to say, "Oh no, she wasn't laughing, or it was just a nervous reaction, or this, that, and the other." Her behavior all throughout that season, it showed that that was part of her character, and she meant it because she didn't say, "Whoa, stop." Lewis said that, and he's half black. He has his own issues that he's dealing with. Growing up in the UK, my heart goes out to anybody who goes out there because it is tough from what I hear. Um, his mother is white. I feel like he's dealing with his own anti-black demons and unpacking that journey in and of himself. But she laughed. We saw it. We heard it. You know what I mean? Most importantly, Huda Beauty saw it and heard it. So I feel like this is a consequence that I'm hoping turns into a learning lesson before she passes on that behavior and that character defect to her children. I'm hoping that she can learn and grow from this and mature out of it. But we'll see, because like I said, throughout that entire season, it was nasty work, and I'm glad that they spoke up at the reunion. But that was in August. We're in November, and we're still, you know what I mean? It's like it's so played out. Like, can you do something else? Can you create something? Can you, you know, just be about something else other than racism and bigotry? It's about to be 2026 in the year of our Lord, and it's just like it's so just tired. So, you guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk with you in the next one. Take care, Aces. Bye.